Hello everyone, and thanks for taking some time out of your day to visit my channel. And welcome to part 2 of my journey through Wintersun, the Forest Seasons. So recently posted part 1, which was the spring chapter. And I've just absolutely loved it, as I've loved every single Wintersun song so far. And today we shall be, of course, moving on to the summer chapter, which is The Forest That Weeps, another super cheery sounding title. But yeah, it was really cool seeing the comments from the last video. Everyone seemed to have kind of different favorite tracks from the album and a few interesting opinions. One thing I learned is that Jari basically did this entire thing himself. So I think Timu and Jukka did some of the growling vocals. But Jari actually programmed all the drums and everything himself, which, listening to it again, I can kind of hear it. Like if you compare it to like where Kai is recording, you can kind of tell, but it's still just incredibly impressive. I can't imagine how much time all of that took. So yeah, just again, as I mentioned last time, it's just amazing like how dedicated Jari is to his craft, how much of a perfectionist he is, and you can just hear like the time and everything that has gone into it. Anyway, it's November here and it's certainly getting a bit chilly, so I'm really hoping that this summer song is going to warm me up. So let's get to it. The Forest That Weeps. So yeah, so far the start of this is kind of similar to the first one in that you've got a very serene intro, a more kind of acoustic or organic sound, and then when the distorted guitars and the drums come in, it seems like it's sort of purposely muddy. I feel like Yari's mixed it in a very particular way. I think last time I said it was kind of reflective of the serene yet kind of crazy idea of a forest, like the image of a forest was kind of what went through my head in that moment, because you know there are parts in that first song where like the the mixing of the guitars is a lot brighter and sort of you can hear everything a lot cleaner, but in this both times so far as it's come in, it's almost purposely muddy. It's kind of at like a flatter level, which is interesting, which is cool. It gives the song a journey just in the way it's mixed. But yeah, also just that it was nice to hear that riff played on an acoustic guitar. I feel like that riff is such a Wintersun riff, like that kind of style, like lots of pedal notes, like sounds like he's like downstroking the like the bottom string, so you've got that constant low pedal, and then there's sort of accents like ding 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 ding. Like I feel like I heard that sort of style in so many of their other songs. It's really cool that he has such a kind of unique sort of riff writing style. But yeah, very cool so far. Let's keep this going. Oh goodness, I just love his voice so much. Like all of his voice modes that he does are so compelling, and they just, he feels like he's singing from just like the darkest depths of his soul. It's again, I'm going to be repeating myself a lot compared to the first video, but yeah, like there's so much anguish and pain in his singing, and it just comes through. It's so powerful. Interesting, like when he's doing the more kind of almost black metal style for the verse, it's like he was singing as if he was the forest, like it's the first person view of the forest, like I am the moss, I am the branches. And then when he goes into that more melodic voice, he's like, you are, it's like he's changed. So there's a real characterization to what he's doing, and it's such a journey. And I mean, when you get sucked into that sort of droney start, like harmonically it's kind of droney, and then with the mix as well, you kind of get drawn into that, and you get sucked down this dark hole. And when he brings it into another section that's more melodic, it's got so much impact. Like that little section there was just so beautiful. All right, let's keep going. sound was so impressive. So I like that this song has sort of gone into a different direction here. That was a beautiful composition with, I mean, I'm not sure what, I mean, I assume they were MIDI instruments, but it still sounded really, really nice, what he had arranged there. And I wasn't paying too much attention to the time signature at the start of the song, but I feel like it did change. I feel like it may have gone into 3/4. It's almost like a waltz rhythm, like 1 2 3 1 2 3. It's got a suddenly, I don't know, a different vibe to it, which is really interesting. It's very cool the way he writes his riffs and he writes the songs. There's a certain feeling of endlessness to all of the riffs, like, you know, he'll use different time signatures and he'll keep certain themes going while the rest of the instruments change around it. So it almost feels like you're listening to the same riff over the course of like a minute or two, but it's actually changed subtly without you even realizing. And it kind of works with this style of the song and the lyrics and everything. It's really cool, and I really want to hear more of the organic instruments and like the guitar and everything together. So far, it kind of like one stopped and the other started. So it's very interesting, and again, I like the time signature. I like the way it's kind of gone into more of a almost like a waltz rhythm. But yeah, this is super cool. I want to see where this is going. I mean, that just perfectly exemplified what I was saying. Like, he just kept turning things. I'm really crap with like rhythm and time signatures, so I couldn't tell you exactly, but it really changed a lot there, and it was kind of jarring. But you know, you still got the theme going on, but it still just keeps you on your toes throughout the whole thing. Oh, it's so awesome. Wow, another just jaw-dropping song. That was so cool. Yeah, wow. I mean, it's a very interesting journey to that. And I like the way he tied the song back in to certain elements from the start. But yeah, very cool. I mean, again, very cool use of tonal harmony. Like and like I keep saying, like he'll put certain elements, certain themes in your mind, whether that's a riff or a chord sequence or even just a certain line of lyrics, and then he'll plant that as a seed in your brain, and then the song moves on, and then suddenly that comes in and it'll be the same lyrics but with like a different chord sequence or something like that. It all gets mixed up. It's so cool. Yeah, I really like the way he's composed it. And yeah, that thick choral sound, like I don't know, I wonder how many of Yari's vocal layers, or you know, Timu and Yoko, I wonder how many takes they took to get that big sound, but it sounded like you were hearing like a big choir in a church or something. It was really cool the way that sounded. And yeah, it was like at the start of it, it sort of started with the growl, like the black metal style, and then went into that that chorus. But in that last bit, after the sort of interlude, he started with that, and then it went into the growling, which was cool. Just a small thing, just a small flip. But I feel like the chord sequence changed for that bit, so it sounded more like melodic death metal rather than just pure like black or death metal. So that was cool the way it sounded, and the way the venom he got into that, like, forest, like, I'm not even gonna try and recreate it, but yeah, I think when he was saying the word forest at the end there, oh god, you just felt it. It was so like, oh, I got chills. There's just so much raw power behind that. It's so brilliant. I think I still preferred Spring to this one, which I think a lot of people will echo my sentiments there, judging by the comments. But yeah, most people were actually saying Autumn and Winter were their favorites from the album, so really excited to get to those. But that was great fun. Really enjoying doing this. I think I want to do this for more. I know a lot of people say, look, you shouldn't listen to albums this way, you should listen to them all in one go. I totally understand that, but I have to say, making a reaction video for an album one song at a time is a very different experience, and it's maybe hard to see that when you're watching, but it's really like it enhances the experience in a very different way for me, because I have so much time to dwell on each song and see the comments, and then I get excited for each one, and I have time to process everything. It's a very different experience. Like, reacting in general makes music very different, because even though I'm in my room alone, I'm feeling watched. I feel like you guys are with me in a way, so it's really cool. So I hope you guys are still enjoying this format. Let me know if you think I should do more album reactions like this, because they're really fun to make for me. Anywho, I think we'll wrap this one up. I'm not going to wait too long for the other two parts, so I'll try and get those out to y'all soon. Yeah, and if you guys want to support me, you can hit the like button and the subscribe button as well. You know where it is. That would be lovely. I'm going to wrap this one up for today. Thank you very much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time.